Hey, Paul, I saw maybe it was Elias said you were the first person in NBA history to have 15.7 boards and 3 assists in 15 minutes or less of play in the playoffs. Did you hear that stat? And I guess how surprising is it at this point in your career when you're doing something that nobody's ever done? And how cool is it? And I guess how do you duplicate it?
Yeah, I definitely was not aware of that. Great, man. I'm just going out there trying to win. You know, whatever stats come along with that comes along with it. I've never been a guy that goes out there to hunt stats, but within the flow of the game, just try to win, and whatever happens, happens.
Chris Marlowe, Altitude Sports.
Hey, Paul, I'm wondering, you've been a starter your whole career. Now you're coming off the bench here in the playoffs. I wonder what is it like? Can you describe what it's like for you, the kind of the difference in your approach when you start and when you come off the bench?
Typically, when I come off the bench, I know around about how many minutes I'm gonna play, and you just make the best out of that. It's whenever your name is called, I've always been ready when my name is called, and when it is called, you get out there and you go to work. Because at the end of the day, it's all about winning the game, and whatever you can do to win the game, that's what you do. So that's always been my mentality. That's not gonna stop.
Nick Kosmider, The Athletic.
Hey, Paul, good to see you. I'm curious what your thoughts are on, Marcus Howard. It's not very often that an undrafted rookie kind of gets a role in a playoff series, a playoff rotation like he has the first two games. So I'm wondering if you could just tell me what you've thought of him, and also maybe some stuff throughout the year that was behind the scenes that you kind of gave you the impression that he would be ready for this sort of moment.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. We talk amongst each other. Me and Will, we talked about this, for the whole year. Just his approach and his attitude towards the game of basketball and being a professional. He comes to work every single day. I don't know too many rookies that looks forward to rookie duties. He was one of them. He's ready to do his job, no matter what it is. So I'm not surprised with the success that he's having and the minutes that he's been able to play, because he's definitely a professional, on and off the court.
Christos Saltes, SDNA Greece.
Hey, Paul, hope you are doing well. In game two, the key factor of your success was the aggressiveness. What you need to do on game three to limit the Blazers' aggressiveness on both ends, and what would you like to carry on from your game?
I don't know if we can limit their aggressiveness, but I think our goal is to match it and exceed, their aggression, and just counteract what they do. This is the playoffs, and it's a chess match. It's a chess match, and whatever they do, you would respond and you react to it, and the better team wins. With that. So, I think we're going to come out and just continue to play our game, carry our physicality that we had in the last game into this game, and hopefully come out with a win.
Vinny Benedetto, Denver Gazette.
Hey, Paul, you've got a group of guys in the rotation that are about to play their first road playoff game. I guess, what's your advice to them? What do you tell them going into it?
I'm telling them anything. Let them get out there and they figure it out themselves. That's the best way to learn, is to get out there and feel it. Of course, we'll be there, alongside them, coaching them along. But these guys are professionals, man, and they come in to work every single day. So I'm not worried about them getting out there and performing under this type of pressure. Although it's going to be, a tough situation. Their crowd's going to be into it. We understand that. But these guys are made for these situations and these opportunities.
Kyle Fredrickson, Denver Post.
Hey, Paul, Coach Malone was on earlier and mentioned how even though Jamal's not playing, he's still kind of being a coach to the young guards, especially through these playoffs. Even during the games, do you see Jamal talking with a lot of the young guys, and what sort of influence is he like on the bench?
Yeah, that's just Jamal. He's always a guy willing to help the next guy out. Even though he's not playing, he wants us to win still. And you don't have a lot of guys like that. You don't have a lot of guys who are injured and out the year and still want the team to succeed. And he's one of those guys who want us to win so bad, and he's willing to do anything, within his power to help that happen. And therefore, that's why you see him on the sideline and he's coaching guys. And, you know, he talks to me and coaches me out there too, what he sees. So it's always good to see that. And it's always good to see him out on the court.
Chris Dempsey, Altitude Sports.
I just wanted to piggyback on the road question. What is it? What describe playoff games on the road? Just how much more hostile is it, maybe than a regular season game?
Yeah, I mean, if my memory serves me correctly, since it's been a while, you know, last year was
Yeah.
you know, year before that, you know, it's hostile environment. You know, you got the fans in your ear. You know what they're going to bring. You know the intensity they're going to bring. You know that the home team is, you know, they're pumped up and they're jacked. You know, it's a road game. It's a home game for them, road game for us, and we just got to bring that same energy, that same intensity, which is the tough part. You know, going on the road when you got to match that energy and that intensity, but it's going to take a collective effort from everybody to do that.
Joel Rush, Forbes.
Hey, Paul, you famously had a little moment in the bubble with Marcus Morris that was kind of a series-defining moment where you said you guys were not going to get intimidated, and that kind of changed the tone of the series. But the last game got pretty contentious too. How would you just compare the level of intensity in this series to that last one?
I try not to remember those traumatic situations, you know. But no, you know, it's all basketball, man. It's fun, and it gets a little chippy. You got two teams out there battling for a win, you know, and any means necessary, you try to get it. And there's going to be guys out there shoving, you know, pushing, and running their mouths, and a whole host of other things. But the team that keeps their composure the most, that stays disciplined, stays centered, is normally the team that wins the game. So hopefully, you know, we continue to keep our composure, stay centered, and stay disciplined.
James Hill, BNC Sports.
Paul, I hope you and your family are safe and sound these days. When you look at this series right now, it's tied up, and we see it's the best 3 out of 5. When you look at this series, what do you see so far, and what do you envision?
First off, I envision, you know, winning and getting out of the series, you know, as fast as possible. But, you know, the series, you know, that team causes a lot of issues on a basketball court with, you know, especially their guard play, their rebounding. And I think that we've controlled and tried to maintain as much as we can so far. You know, Dame and CJ are going to get theirs. But, you know, making sure the other guys are in check and doing our best to limit, you know, the touches and the offensive rebounds and then limiting our turnovers. I think that's big for us.
All right, Paul, we got time for one more. We're going to end with Brandon Kristoff from KOA.
Yeah, Paul, I guess piggybacking off what Nick asked earlier about Marcus Howard, you mentioned rookie duties. In 2021, in a pandemic, what do rookie duties entail for Marcus Howard and the other rookies that come along? Yeah,
you know, after this, we're still in a pandemic. So, you know, for me, you know, I didn't want to give any rookies any duties. It's tough enough, you know, just making it along, get along, you know, in this situation, in this environment. But like I said, you know, he's willing to do whatever it takes, you know, as a rookie, whether that's, you know, 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, bringing your bags to your room, stopping, getting you some coffee, whatever it is, you know, he's willing to do it. And to have that willing attitude and be so young, you can't help but be successful because he's going to take in the knowledge, he's going to take in the information he needs to be successful.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.